Welcome back, greatest podcast in the world, True Story Thursdays, and we're about to get into it right fucking now because you know this is the truth, Piers Austin, and we're going to be dropping some hard truths tonight, bitches. So let's get fucking go! Break it down like this. And I was like, really? Like, baby face? And the heels were going on. Dude, I thought he broke his neck. The greatest podcast in the world. What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Greatest podcast in the world, True Story Thursdays. And as always, I'm joined by this motley crew of crazy, degenerate motherfuckers that you see before you boys. What is good?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are we this evening?
I'm not doing fucking well,
morning,
bro.
mate.
I fucking tried 20 minutes to connect the mic. There's a conspiracy going on against me. This is not good.
I'm gonna call you out, bro. I said that in the pre-meeting, bro. Like, dude, like we're starting what at 9:07. The show goes live at 9 o'clock, bro. You're a producer, man. Like, damn, bro. I'm pretty disappointed, bro. Like, you know.
Do you understand the complications of my life? I have to find a girlfriend every week. I have to find a new date. I've got to impress. It's a lot of pressure here. I'm trying my best. I look like I'm filming from some ISIS dungeon. Like,
are you?
You look like you're completely frozen.
Hey, Kel, blink twice if you're okay. I'm going to look at that now.
I hope you reach out to me for support so I can ignore you. I really do.
Damn, bro. That's pretty ruthless. That's
like,
pretty ruthless.
I want to go to your funeral knowing I could have changed that outcome. That's the sort of stuff.
Amazing. Amazing.
Man. But what a crazy week it's been. What a crazy week.
Just in general, like life has just been crazy. Like this week, hey, we have Akel.
Yeah, he moved.
Doesn't look as much of a sex dungeon as I thought it would.
Well, you know, it's Akel, bro. Like, who knows with him, bro? So, you know,
I just want to hear the date story personally. He has a new date every week. I've got to hear this one. This one, I reckon I've got money. I'll put $5 on now. This one's going to top them all.
Bro, I'm going to tell you this, right? Like, I have not spoken to him about the whole date thing that he went on in this past week. However, I have spoken to a source who was present at said date. And I'm going to let him tell the story later on because it's fucking outrageous, bro. It is fucking outrageous what happened. You won't believe it.
No, Betsy.
You won't fucking believe it. But,
I thought we were getting invited to the date, though. I thought that's what the whole plan of this thing was. We were getting invited. We were going to have front row seats. There was going to be like garlic bread, steak, chips, mash, and like sauce. And we get to watch Akel like make an ass of himself.
Look, boys, you got to understand. I'm getting closer every week. I know you guys are ripping on me, but it's getting better slowly. I'm taking them to nicer restaurants. Sure, I forgot the cash last week. This week, I didn't forget the cash. However. There's a few things that came up.
You know what? Like, Akel, like, as always, like, we weren't supposed to do this segment, like, straight away, but as always, Akel's decided to come early.
I'm just looking for love, you know?
Can we also just clip the fact that he's bored?
Yeah, he's absolutely just...
That is the Tinder profile picture of I've ever seen one.
Oh my god! So Alex, tell us, like, you tell the story, bro. What's going on here? Like, what happened this week?
Okay, this week was great. I'm telling you straight up. So I met this girl. She comes to the wrestling shows occasionally, right? It was going really, really, really well, and we got to a point where, you know, she was like, okay, let's fucking let's maybe meet up and do something. I heard you're trying to find a wife. I'm like, okay, I'll come. Yeah, we'll come do our thing. So then we were going to wait till Valentine's Day. I was going to be a gentleman, wait till Valentine's Day, get the flowers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do the whole thing. But she was like, how about Tuesday night? So I was like, oh, we're getting started early. So boys, like I was meant to go. I told Alcoholic Adam, and Alcoholic Adam, if you're in the chat, I'm sorry, but I was meant to go to the speed dating on Wednesday night. I couldn't do it. Okay. But I went out Tuesday with this girl, lovely time. She wanted a second date.
Right. That's positive.
So I'm going good. I'm going good with this second date. It's feeling really, 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 really positive here. So I take it a Big John's. It's in San Susie.
Mm-hmm.
Classic restaurant. You know what I mean? History.
Yeah. Hey, man, like we like me and like a lot of the boys, we go to that restaurant like for dinner after shows. I think Sarge has been there with us a couple of times.
Not just
Yeah.
boys. It's a date place as well.
No, it's an amazing pizza joint, great atmosphere. Well up on the list for a guy like yourself.
So I can't believe it. I'm seeing this girl for the second time. Right, we sit down at the table. We're having a lovely dinner. I ordered the fettuccine carbonara, and I don't like eating pasta in front of people because I'm a bit self-conscious, especially with the pasta. Do you know what I mean? Oh, thank you, my homie. I appreciate it, Adam. I don't like eating because, I was wearing a white shirt too, so I was nervous the whole time eating this fucking pasta. I was dripping out of my thing. I noticed there's a little cord in my little neck beard here as well. I got like a little bit of pasta rash. But you know what? Tell me about this, boys. Chat, tell me about this, okay? This is where I fucked up, all right? I don't think I fucked up.
I heard, dude, like I'm going to be honest. I've been in like this girl actually reached out to me because she like tracked it down on the podcast. Like, because I know that you're a clout chaser and you like to show off. She's hit me up and I know what you did. And like, I'm going to let you explain this shit, bro. Because to me, honestly, man, I can't believe like, bro, I love you, bro. Like you're a great dude, man. I got a lot of time for you, but man, are you really that stupid? Please continue.
I love you too, Piers. But the thing is, I just wanted to know. I was trying to keep the conversation going. We're talking. Devil in disguise. How are you? Yeah, Romanian Wi-Fi. It is what it is. I'm on the Andrew Tate stuff. Fucking look. So I say to her, I'm like, we're talking about, we're not exactly exclusive yet, so we're just sort of talking and figuring it out. And I said, oh, cool. What's your body count?
Entering the betrayal.
No. Are you serious?
Yeah, I asked her what her body count was, and she was like, I'm not telling you that. And I'm like, why aren't you telling me that? That's weird. And then I thought, this is if you can't tell me that, like, we're going to have trust issues off the bat. You know what I mean?
Look, did you kind of chat about yours, or was it just a, hey, what's yours?
Well, I don't really like talking too much about mine.
So, all right. So she actually reached out to me and she said, like I've seen what he does on the podcast, etc. Is this like, have you put him up to do this? Because he seems like he is socially retarded, this guy. But like, she did say that she actually kind of digs you. So yeah. What I suggested is next week we're going to do a little couples counseling. She's going to come on the podcast. And you, me, and her, and of course, my colleagues, Dr. Hughes and Dr. T Torture. We're going to help. We're going to be your love experts. We're going to be your Sherpa up the mountain of
pussy.
Genus. There you go.
Yeah. Or my abseilers on the plunge.
That's different.
Yeah, yeah, well, it's bro. Look who we're talking to. But you know what, bro? I feel like if you guys are, in the chat, you want to know more and you want to know more about this girl, like you need to hit me up. Send put it this way, throw in a super chat. I've got a little bit about this girl. If you want to know more, maybe we can post a photo. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. But if someone wants to throw a super chat up there, you let us know what you want to know, and I can tell you a little bit more about this girl who is now also wanting to be an official contestant of Producer Wants.
See, I'm doing something right.
Except asking how much mileage is on the car.
I mean, come on,
as long as she gets it regularly serviced, it's fine.
Yeah, I guess you got to get it cleaned out every 1,600.
Oi, chat. Look, chat. Honestly, tell me, please. Is that a bad question? Is that too far? Is that too far?
Dude, it's a used car salesman.
Like you've got to be ready to the answer you've got to get, you've got to be prepared for, or the response you get, you've got to be prepared for, whether it's a chop to the throat or a walk out and then you're paying for 2 dinners that you only ate one, or you could finish her leftovers, I suppose, or a massively high number.
Well,
Hopefully a low number. Hopefully a low number.
And to be the devil's advocate, like, actually, I cannot finish that. Go on.
Just say it, bro. This is true story Thursday.
All right. I'm not a racist, but I'm just going to say it. In a certain religion, they believe when you do a certain act, you get 72 virgins. Personally, I'd like 72 slutty broads that know what they're doing. So if I get a high body count, I'm cheering. I don't want to teach 72 people how to have sex.
Especially when you're not very good to start with.
100%. Like, I'm fine just disappointing one woman, let alone 72.
Yeah.
Imagine you get up there.
It's a very fair point.
Imagine you get up
Like,
there.
I put 2-minute noodles on, I come back and they're half cooked.
Well, I tell you guys this, right? So, like, we don't have a contestant to bring on this week, but next week we're going to do couples counseling, and we're going to introduce the world to our next contestant, which is going to be coming on. If you want to know more, throw us a super sticker. Let us know what you think. But this has been this week's segment of...
I'm just looking for love, you know.
Man.
I'm just looking for love, you know.
Yeah, definitely looking for love out there, bro. But you know, it's interesting, man. Like today, like I sent some stuff in the group chat that I saw. Someone asking, have I missed Akel's big announcement? No, that's coming up later in the show. Make sure you're tuning in. But like, dude, I saw something today on social media, and it's like this person.
Oh, where are we? Pause.
Hey.
Oh, was that me that just went and my screen froze?
Yeah, that was your screen froze, bro, not ours.
Anyway.
Awkward.
Yeah, exactly.
That wrestling money's not paying the Wi-Fi bill, folks.
So anyway, I was on social media today and I seen some stuff, and it was like, everyone knows EPW, right? So one of the premier feds in the country from Perth, run by Davis Storm. Davis is a great guy. Great guy. I actually reached out to him today as well because he's such a nice guy, and I've gotten along with him. And it's like these people just like absolutely just destroying EPW because they've got this big show coming up, and they had like a Rumble match or something. They've got like 46 men appearing on the show and 2 women, and people are in a fucking uproar about it. And like,
now, is this 2 women on the show or 2 women in the Rumble?
It's 2. I don't know what they're doing on the show. I haven't gone into it that deeply, to be honest, but it's 2 women like performing on the show. Now, like, then I seen like this person posting more and more on social media, like an absolute outrage going off their fucking dial. And it's like, this person came after me after the original Tyson Gibbs interview. Right. And called me like all these other things and like saying all this other shit. And I'm like, seriously? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like whoever this person is, and I do know this person, I have seen them on shows, and it's like they do announcing and reffing and stuff like that. But it's like fuck, like seriously, like are you like this generation of social justice warriors and jumping on social media and just getting so burnt up and getting frustrated. It's, you know what I mean? Like getting that angry over something like this is just like, it bewilders me, but it's like,
I was going to say, I've met this person too, and I've had nothing but lovely experiences with them. I wonder if we're trying to create problems where there aren't right now, like, to be honest. And I'm not saying that, obviously, I would love for more women to be competing in wrestling on cards and on big showcases.
Great.
But sometimes it comes down to a matter of availability and a lot of other things. There's a lot of other things in play here. Now, we know in Sydney that there is only really one company that uses a lot of female talent. And a lot meaning 4, 5, okay? Like, and are those people going to Perth to try and trek it to go and do that? Are they free? Are they available? Are we talking about this? Are they not asked? Like, I think we need people who are, and no offense to this person, maybe I understand the concern, but maybe they need people to a bit more educated on this issue.
Yeah, I completely agree. And the thing is, like, I read this person's tweets and stuff, and I just go, man, like, you know, this is the person, and they're like, oh yeah, like where I trained, they really supported me and stuff like that. But I worked a show with this person where she basically shit on everyone there. And I wasn't the only one standing there. Like, I wasn't the only one there that heard it. And I could bring on people to this podcast now who were sitting right there when it happened. So, you know what I mean? You want to be a social justice warrior when it suits you, or, you know what I mean? Like, and look, I'm not trying to attack this person or anything like that, because, like, obviously this is something that this person feels very strongly about. I just think they need to have a look at how they present themselves on social media, because they do look kind of, if you are in the business, like, and you go on like that, that's not one way that other promoters are going to look at you and go, yeah, I want to book this person.
Like, book them out of fear, maybe. Fuck, I don't want to get cancelled.
But as
you want to be represented as a talent?
Yeah, as you were saying though, like, and this isn't me trying to sound sexist or whatever, like, shows these days, if you've got 2 women on the show, you're lucky to have 2 women on the show. And like, I look at EPW's results and stuff like that, and usually they've only ever got 2 women on a show and 1 female manager. Like, they don't book 3, 4, 5 women's matches on each card.
No, but like, there's not many companies that do, and when they do now, like, we're seeing more intergender wrestling, so women are actually getting, you know, opportunities to, you know, work with everybody, and not just, okay, no, well, you know, you're a woman, sorry, we don't have another woman for you to wrestle, so now you've got to, you know what I mean? Like, you have to miss out. Where these performers now are able to develop, and I feel like women's wrestling today worldwide is in a lot better place than it's ever been.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, agreed with that.
You know,
I think for me, like, personally, I look at women's wrestling, and I know a lot of people that say, you know, behind closed doors, women wrestling is terrible, and I'm like, well, you can't say that, because you go onto the last you look at the last WrestleMania. Tell me what the best match that whole card was like, and tell me it wasn't Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. Tell me it wasn't that. Like, given the chance, women athletes can have incredible wrestling matches. And I agree, but it comes down to availability. We need to have a full education on what's actually going on behind the scenes in this scenario, as opposed to attacking the company, reaching out to them behind closed doors, as opposed to attacking people's public images. You might think you're standing up for the right cause, but at the end of the day, you are, in one term, burying the industry at a time when it is growing so surmountably, and it is trying to be as inclusive as possible.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's all about being inclusive, and that's the thing where it's like, I asked the question to a promoter who's going to run a all women's show in Melbourne, and I said, how is that all inclusive? You know what I mean? Like, I think I want to celebrate women as well. I want them to be a part of the show as well, but why do we have to segregate people due to gender? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the norm now is that, like, I don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, an all women's show or an all women's promotion, that would, like, imagine if we had an all men's show. Hey, we're going to hold an all men's show. Like, that would not be socially acceptable. And I feel like we need to be inclusive, and we need to understand from both sides of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like, I'll be the first one to put my hand up and say I'm not the biggest women's wrestling fan. I'm not saying that I've got an issue with women's wrestling. It's just, it's not my cup of tea. But mate, as you said, like, these days, as we've always go back to, wrestling's the buffet, wrestling's the ice cream shop. Like, you've got to be able to suit. Some guys love women's wrestling, some guys don't. Like, but you got to give it to the people who love it, or that it's gonna becomes the attraction as well. Just like a tag match, like a hardcore match, a death match, blah blah blah.
I'm of the belief, and I've always said this, and I stand on this, and I will die on this hill with this statement. A good worker is a good worker, regardless of being a male, a female, a non-binary, you know, black, white, whatever. A good worker is a good worker. If you can go in there and get over and have a good match, regardless of gender, if you can suspend belief of the audience, you have done your job and you're a good performer. Just like a bad performer is a bad performer, regardless of being a man or a woman. And I've said this 100 times over as well. I think Jess Troy is one of the best workers in the country, regardless of male or female.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah, I agree. At the end of the day, most workers these days are more talented than they used to be. Female workers are, dude. Yeah, no, I agree with that too. Like, I think we don't want to have like one women's match. One women's match can come across as a token match sometimes, but I don't think. I think it more comes down to the way their styles. Like the way women were presented in 2003, 2004, bra and panties matches, Sable, Tori Wilson, Playboy cover shoots, all that stuff. Like we've come a long way since then, and we're going to keep continuing to evolve. But we can't be looking at problems when they're more just happenstance as opposed to actual serious problems. Like I would not attack EPW in this circumstance. I think they're doing a great thing. They always get consistently great draws. The talent are putting it on. They're absolutely fucking putting it on for the world to see. Like they are one of the sleepers in this scene. One of the sleepers for us because we don't see them because they're in Western Australia.
And you know what? They don't stream either. Like either they may have just, but I remember speaking to Davis Storm, and it's like if we can't do it at a high level, then what's the point of doing it? And that's where I'm like, damn, man. Like this, you see so much like wrestling worldwide that is out there, that is like streamed out there, and it's like the production of it is so poorly done, the filming of it is so poorly done, and for them to go, you know what, our product is great. If we introduce this, is it going to really accentuate how great this is, or is it just going to detract from it? And look, I can honestly look at, and I love, like, dude, I can enjoy all kinds of wrestling. But like I said, bad wrestling's bad wrestling, good wrestling's good wrestling. As simple as that. And I feel like for me, I think the best people possible should be booked on the show, regardless of men or women. And if there's more women, then more women should get booked. Like, I'm one of those old school people, but I can also have new school values where I've said before, I can enjoy intergender wrestling. I love to sit down and watch it. Would I let my kids watch it? Probably not, because they're too young to understand it. As an adult and for adult entertainment who can get it and understand it, yeah, if you can sit back and just let yourself enjoy the moment of what you're seeing, you're underway.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think it is, Torture? What do you think it is?
I'm going to be straight up. I feel like a fish out of water. I don't know who EPW is. I think that's probably on my end. I've got no idea. And, like what I think Akel hit the nail on the head. Like, one of the things we got taught when we were in training was the greatest ability you can have is availability. And that could literally be all it is. And that could literally be the dead doornail. There's just no one really available. So we are creating a problem out of nothing.
Yeah.
And I think so too. And I just think when you do these sort of things, you're pushing a lot of women away from wrestling, trying to say that it's a bigoted thing. You're really pushing it, like you're telling women, don't come here. Look at this. These are just men that are going to be men, and the trainer's going to try and grope you in a wrist lock. Like, no, that's not what's happening. Like, so by actually making this a problem, we're turning away female wrestlers or female people females that want to be wrestlers, and you're creating a divide which I think is utterly fucking stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking 100%. This gun.
Honestly, like, think about it, and it is a valid point. How many, like, you go to a show, it's almost a custom that you got two women. But if we keep creating these issues, you're going to have no women because, let's face it here, we're all going to get old, we're all going to get grey, I'm going to blow a hip out, Akel's going to break his neck, Sarge's going to grow a brain, and we're all not going to be able to do this. And there'll be men to fill our spot. We got so many talented girls now. If we preach to them now that this is gospel and this is a bigoted sport, what happens when they go and it's their time to hang it up? We're fucked.
Yeah, exactly right.
And as bad as it sounds, that's how you need to look. If you don't look towards the future and you're looking behind, it's absolutely, you're never going to fucking get anywhere.
We are going to have a situation soon because of the way WWE presents its product now and the way that more female audiences engage with WWE. We're going to have a situation soon where there's going to be a lot more girls rocking up to wrestling training.
Good.
And we have to have this in this people's mind in the landscape that this is not a bigoted sport. This is something where you can feel included. This is something where you can come and be a part of a team and earn your opportunity much like everyone else. And I feel like the more we create public outcry when we're in a time where our scene is so strong in Australia, people are getting signed, I don't think it's the right move to just fucking go online and blast people for 2 women or whatever. We will get there. There's other reasons. We just need to have someone who's no offense, more educated on the topic, I think. And maybe I need to be more educated on it too.
100%. Robbo Entertainment says, I think that's the point. So many great workers not getting a shot because EPW are sticking to the old token women's match thing. Are they though? Is that their mentality of booking? I don't know.
Well, none of us do.
I don't know.
I think that relates back to your point earlier that we don't know what's behind closed doors. We can only speak of what we're seeing. For all we know, EPW could have asked every woman wrestler in the goddamn country, and only these 2 were available. So I don't think it's fair for any one of us on the outside to say, yep, that's what they've done. If they come out and said, yep, that's what we did, we just put a tokens women match on, then okay, you've opened yourself up there. But until we know that, who are we to judge?
And at the end of the day, like it's David Storm's pencil, it's David Storm's pad, and he can write down whatever card he wants to write because it's his show, it's his pen, it's his pad, it's his canvas. Like, exactly right. If he wants to put on a women's match or only put on one women's match and have only 2 women, then that is his call. Like, this turns into a lot bigger of a situation than what it really needs to be, because it should end of the day, if he wants to book 2 women, he books 2 women. If he wants to book 14, he can book 14. He's got 48 guys working for him for that next show. And I'm guessing that's because a lot of them have got a tryout coming up and they're going to take advantage and see who's there. And you never know who shows up to shows while they're out there as well. Like, mate.
Well, look, you know what? And I feel like this, there are companies out there like Newey Pro, PWA, MCW, and there's others, and I know people in the comments are going to roast me for not mentioning a certain promotion, but like there are companies out there that showcase women very, very strongly and very, very well. You know what I mean? Case in point, and I'll repeat myself, Jess Troy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's the queen of the mountain over at PWA at the moment, and rightfully deserves that spot. And like you know what I mean? Like,
she's in the same position for Riot City.
Yeah,
Delta's doing the same thing
and MCW, and she's even I think a double champion in MCW as well. So you've got to, you know what I mean? Like, how about we appreciate the women that are actually doing really, really well? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly right.
And there's a couple of unsung ones out there as well that maybe aren't in that scene that are rolling around. Like, I'll give a shout out to one of the best women wrestlers I've ever seen. Gimmick names escape. Catherine Nixon. She's honestly one of the greatest women. I couldn't believe. I watched her at an AWF show and I was blown away. It was
she killed us, bro. She buried us. She got match of the night. She fucking put us all to shame.
And that's also
100%.
She's also got 25 years experience as well.
Well, that's probably another thing up the sleeve too. But I picked her brain. But that goes to show you, if we're a bigoted sport, I wouldn't have picked her brain. It would have been better than her, wouldn't I?
100%.
Yeah, exactly right.
100%. Dude, you know what? I've said this before, I think a long time ago, when I was around IWA in the early 2000s, like 2002, maybe 2001, 2002, like Catherine Nixon was like coming up like at that stage, man. And she was fucking intimidating. She was AJ Freely's heater, and she was intimidating as fuck. And honestly, man, like I can remember just like sitting there and like she was me and her around the same age, maybe a year apart, whatever. And like I could like, oh man, this chick is my age. Like she scares like I'm sitting there going, damn, bro. Like, but like before the show, she's always an absolute sweetheart to talk to.
I remember my first interaction with her. I convinced the kid that Torture was locked up in the back. It's a different person, everything else. And then she sends me a photo where a kid was, I convinced the kid that much that she said, look, Torture made a movie and it was Jay and Silent Bob. But I remember, number one, Tobias, we were both backstage talking and she yelled at the crowd to shut up. I shut up.
Yeah. I mean, I think I only worked one show with her. I did commentary on an EWA show, and she turned around and like I was standing up, and I was the heel commentator, so I was putting her over as the heel, and like she walked past, and she yelled at the kid next to me, "Sit down!" And like the kid and me just went,
Yes, man.
"Yeah, no, yeah, like 20 years later, you're still scary as fuck."
Oh, you wouldn't. I'm telling you now, you wouldn't go home $20 short in the pay packet. I tell you.
No, that's it. And like, she's a legit shooter as well. Like, I think it's going back years and years, but she was a gold medalist in the Oceanic Games years and years and years ago. Like, legit shooter.
Has known her for a long time, and you're right.
There you go. Drago says Kath is a badass. I've seen her finish a 20-minute match with a concussion.
What an animal.
Yeah.
What an animal. Just don't stay through that. You haven't done it yet, and your time will come, sir. It's the
I
shit.
finished a 4-minute match with a concussion.
But you only go, what, usually 2.5 minutes?
Oh, yeah, about that.
With entrances.
On a good day.
Oh, wait, are we talking wrestling or we talk? No, anyway, sorry.
Oh, no, yeah. A bit short of a runtime for any other kind of activity.
Wrestling 4.
Out of the way, short and sweet.
Hey, boys, like, sorry to, like, this is going to be, like, going off in a little bit of a different direction here, but did you guys see the clip of Dana White this week?
No.
Nah.
So Dana White, you know Howie Mandel, like he's a like massive American comedian, whatever. He did he does a podcast, and Howie's like had Dana on the podcast, and Howie's like for fucking like a good 90 seconds just putting Dana over, going, he's the president of the UFC, he's fucking he's a philanthropist, he's a fucking he's this, like just fucking build him up, and Dana's just like, yeah, you know what? Like, thank you so much for that. You know what, man? I'm so sick of fucking doing podcasts. I'm not going to do them anymore.
Yeah.
Just piece the fuck out. And like, I'm sitting there going like, damn, bro, that's some fucking straight up gangster shit.
How many interviews do you reckon he did that day alone?
Oh,
well, dude, he does a lot more. Like, dude, he never used to do podcasts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember years ago, like Joe Rogan had him on when they were traveling on a plane. And it was like, what the fuck? And then next thing you know, they've had like he's done like the Nelk Boys a bunch of time. He's done Mike Tyson's one. He's done like he's popped up a few places, man. He's popped up a few places. I'm just devastated because I can't get him on True Story.
The thing is, like, you look at Dana, right, and obviously it looks very harsh from the get-go because the start of the podcast is like one of the best business owners, one of the greatest promoters of sport in the history of time. He goes, yeah, I'm fucking done. See ya. But it was probably a 10-hour day, dude, the poor cunt.
No, dude, like, if you saw that there's this fucking redheaded, like, bearded jabroni sitting next to him, right? And he looks like he's about to cry. So I think that some shit went down before they hit the fucking go button. Because, like, dude, they hit the go button and, like, this guy's sitting there. So I think he must have said something about, like, Dana slapping his wife or fucking some shit. And then, like, yeah, man. Like, that's crazy. Look at fucking Akel, man. Like, are you filming with a fucking potato, bro?
Bro, it's this format. What was I gonna say? I heard that Dana White hits $350,000 hands on Baccarat.
My hero. And just so you know, Baccarat, he's not hitting. He's betting on either player or banker, mate.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah.
All right, Baccarat's a very confusing game, mate.
Bro, honestly, like, he's been kicked out of, like, I think he's blacklisted from 5 casinos in Las Vegas because he just goes in and cleans up. He can count cards, that bloke.
I'd cry.
Dude, fuck. But you know what's funny? He goes in there and drops like 300 grand, and then he's got fighters that are like going, please, sir, can I have some more? Like, yeah, mate, first fight in the UFC, bro. Yeah, you signed a fight in the UFC, 500 a show, and I'll give you 300 if you give that up. 300 grand? No, cunt, bucks.
I'm only just thinking now, where's
Pesos,
the wrestling
motherfucker,
gambling stories?
pesos.
Where are the wrestling gambling stories? We've got everything else besides, like, yeah, we see Stone Cold Rocky and start dropping $500,000 in Big Red. Like, where's the wrestling gambling shit?
They do have that shit. Like, they had like sports bet had stuff on like.
Oh yeah, I know.
But like, dude, if I ever got into creative like WWE or AEW, I'd just sit there and go, "Oh man." I'd turn into Shane McMahon and be like this and be like, "Here comes the money, 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 money."
Mate, me and AK are part of a group chat. I think every WrestleMania for the past 3, about 3 or 4 of us load in $50 into the sports bet, and we're picking. I think last year I picked like Stone Cold to hit more than 2.5 stunners, or something fucking stupid. It was fucking. It's stupidity, but it's so good. I bet on what
fucking amazing.
I was betting on what Blaze.
You got to find a way to make wrestling fun. You got to find a way to make wrestling fun when you've been watching it for so long, or you've just been working in it. You know what I mean?
Dude, I feel like Devlin's on the money here. You need to upgrade from that Nokia. Dude, like, Akel, like, even our audience kind of shits on you, bro. Like, that doesn't bother you at all?
Nah.
How does a gimmick underbelly hitman be the only one with a working Wi-Fi and phone?
Look, they shit on great people before, and then when they pass away, they're like, these guys are real. These are the real ones. I'm a prophet in the making, guys. It is what it is. They're going to come back. There's going to be statues about me,
You're so full of shit.
Fuck you dead, bro.
Dude, I'm fucking... There he is.
Oh, so like, boys, what did I say last week? Oh my God, Akel is more unorganized than my show, and that says a lot.
Fuck. Look.
Nah, Akel is shit and forever be shit. Alcoholic Adam throwing in the shade.
I love you too, Adam. Thank you.
Oh, dude. So boys, I gotta last week we talked about like the Cody thing and like him finishing his story and all that. Did I not tell you guys that this was such going to be a fucking work?
First
I
off,
don't know.
Let's address this shit. My boy, Grayson Waller, taking the piss out of the entire thing, was probably I don't be wrong. We'll get on improvement thing from our last podcast later. But it was the greatest thing I've seen all week. Put the bell on.
Bro, that interview that he put, or that clip that he put up was amazing. So well done. Great story told. Looks great.
And he finished it. He finished it too. It's always a good thing.
He finished the story?
He finished it. It's like I told my daughter I was reading her a bedtime story. She went to go to sleep, slapped her back awake, and said, I've got to finish the story. And I finished The Hungry Caterpillar, and then she went to sleep.
But, like, so the thing is, like I said last week, like we saw all these like Cody Marks going mental and stuff like that. No, we have to see finishing the story when we want. And it all turned out to be a massive work, and they worked the entire audience. And you know what? I feel like that content they did where The Rock like slapped Cody Rhodes was probably the best bit of content that WWE's put out in fucking years.
Yeah.
So,
It was one of my favorite things I've seen.
Honestly, and it works so well.
Isn't it funny that technically it's the boss slapping an employee, and the last biggest thing to probably go down wrestling's pike was when another said employer that we shall not name anymore was also, for lack of a better word, shitting on another employee.
Yeah, figuratively and literally, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Soak it in.
Drink it in, man.
Oh, get it off the stage.
Yeah, pal.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's such good shit.
So, well, I'm going to hell. Who's coming with me?
That's my theme song. How good's that?
Oh, man.
What do you guys, honestly, chat, send a super sticker in. Tell us what you think the main event of WrestleMania is going to be right now. Night 1 and night 2. Send us a super sticker and we'll get to it. We'll fucking break down all of it because I don't know what it is going to be yet. I think it could probably be a tag on night 1 and then night 2 Cody Roman, or it could be Seth and Rock, which is what I thought was going to happen, and then Cody and Roman.
Hey, boys, can I just say this? Do you think we should do a watch along for Mania?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like, do you think?
Why not?
I think we should. I think we should do a watch along. Let us know in the chat. You want to see us do a watch along? We'll do it. Because that's something I'd like to do is more watch alongs and stuff. But like,
great idea.
Akel versus Michelle in a panties on a pole match is my prediction.
What's with Michelle? Honestly.
Mate,
I have to go back and tell her she's going to be disappointed, darling. Like I can't.
mate, I reckon Michelle. Oh, mate,
she's a good look. I'll tell you what.
Look,
mate, definitely.
I want to quickly address some criticism about last episode. Look, guys, I'm going to get to the punishment. The punishment's going to happen. Me and Achilles are going to be at EWA, or we're going to be around it somewhere. He's going to be up for EWA, and he's going to feed me the world's spiciest pickle or whatever the fuck gimmick, and then he's going to cock tap me, and I'm going to take it, all right? For you,
Excellent.
fans, lay it down for the
break
boys.
it down.
Dun, 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 dun.
And I'd love to be in the room for the Mania watch along, but my major announcement is going to inhibit that. But we'll get to that later.
It will be. It will be. Akel, will you be at Rock and Roll this weekend? The fans want to know.
I unfortunately will not, brother. I'm going to go down to Gundagai and work an agricultural show with a few people, which will be a really fun time. I haven't been to Gundagai. Maybe I'll find a wife down there. Who knows?
Or you might find a guy down in Gundagai, and that's okay.
Whatever way it goes.
Farmer wants an Akel.
Akel's moving to Thailand. I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm not. Stop it, Robbo. You're loading the gun and you're putting it to my head. No,
like trainer, like student.
Oh man. So what else has been going on, boys?
It's not much, mate. Just racking lines and fucking nines. You know what I mean? This is what it is.
Jesus Christ.
You don't belong on a podcast.
I know. Every week it's like, come back. Why do you do this to your fucking selves?
Yeah, that's it. It's going to need a big super sticker for that one.
Yeah, well, I feel like
usually 250 guys.
I'll rack a line of salt if someone puts a $5 super sticker in the chat right now.
You're not.
I'm starting to think
You are an idiot.
Dude, your camera isn't even fucking working properly, dude.
It's a kink. I'm going to kink shame him here. He's a sucker for punishment. He's one of them people you see chained up, copping like kicks to the nuts and shit.
Like, I think you'd be better off getting yourself like one of those bucket shots, and then every $2 someone donates, you take a shot.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Next week I'll do it. I'll volunteer as tribute.
Yeah, done. Later watch along in the year. We're going to set up this up. The studio set up later on in the year. SummerSlam, I reckon. SummerSlam. We'll do the
bucket of shots.
Yeah,
bucket of shots.
Each.
Yeah, done.
Isn't
done?
Well, no one's paid to see Torture eat corn chips, so like
What corn chips?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't say nothing about no corn chips. You got no proof?
Akel won't rack a line on camera. He's scared, bro. Bro, Akel ain't the smartest tool in the shed, bro.
Fuck off.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe. Look, I'm dressed in cocaine attire right now, to be honest.
Yeah, man. Like, dude, so like let's get into it, man. Like, what's this big announcement you wanted to drop on us, bro? Like, the floor is yours, bro. Like, maybe your camera could work for you for a second, or your internet could get a bit better, but
is it really that bad?
Maybe
you've been frozen. Turn your Wi-Fi off. That'll probably make it sound better.
That was my issue. I had to turn the Wi-Fi off.
The devil's
the right price, surely.
100%. So if you want to see Akel rack a line of salt, let's go. Man,
and what did he say? $5. Worth it.
$5.
Is that better?
No, that's
I just turned the Wi-Fi off.
Define better.
He's going to impersonate Rocky. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Okay.
Because he put 99 cents on it after you finish it, you need to yell, "Yo, Adrian, I did it."
Oh my god. So we
maybe that's how you can impress your next date. Like, just take a bag of salt with you.
Make your announcement, Akel. Go on, make your announcement.
Well, no, what's the super sticker for, Adam? You got to let us know what you want him to do. Rack a line or take a shot. So
Cheers.
yeah, Akel, like you want to go to your announcement now? Thanks, bro. Yeah. So.
Anyone else have any exciting announcements? Or?
No, not at all, man. But you know,
you guys got me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. We just can't. We'll kind of see you.
You can't see me?
No, John.
No.
Oh, okay, so that's for Torture to do a Rakia shot next week.
Done.
What's Rakia? Can someone send me a photo or something?
Yeah, send us the details of it, bro.
Yeah, send me the details. I don't care what it tastes like. Just send me the details.
Right.
Give me a
Hey,
second.
bro, we need to know what's going on.
All right, boys. So I wish my camera was working a bit better for this, but I have a major announcement in the immortal words of Tony Khan. This is going to be big. It's going to shake up the wrestling scene. I'm going to New York.
Hey!
Bookings are available. You can contact me through the True Story Pod. Piers is my booking agent.
It's been working so well for you.
It's been working really well for me right now. You know what I mean?
I'm currently going on Twitter now to bury you.
I'll send you a message, man. I've got some insider workers scoops, bro. I've wrestled him enough.
I'm looking. I'll take bookings anywhere in the Northeast, March and April. I'll send more info too about that, but I'm also going to vlog my journey over there. True story. We're going to go find a wife in New York, potentially. We'll see what happens. I'm going to go to Central Park. I'll be tuning in on these. You know, 1 week I'll be at Ground Zero. Actually, that's probably not the best place to do a podcast. I might be at Central Park. You know what I mean? But we're going, and this boy's on a journey, boys. So let's do it.
Hey, I'm proud of you, brother.
Well done,
Thank
bro.
you, man.
Well done. Bro, we shit on you here a lot, bro. And, you know, like, for one thing, man, like, in all honesty, bro, like, I'm proud of you, man, because it takes balls to just jet up and go on the other side of the world by yourself, not knowing anyone, bro, and to go and do that, man. Good on you, bro. And, man, like I said, we shit on you a lot, bro, but, like, honestly, man, I'm really proud of you. And, you know what, I really like you, bro. Not very much, but a little, you know, and I really think that you're going to go over there and do some great stuff over there, man.
And
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, guys.
I'm going to double down on it. From where you came from the shy little kid that come into the Chullora that couldn't work out how to get in and out of a wrestling ring, to now being able to go and do even the bunch you've improved over probably this the last 12 months compared to when we first wrestled, you've come leaps and bounds. Now to be able to go and do this, like, good on you.
Thank you,
you put in
brother.
a lot
I
of work
appreciate
here. If you put in half the work over there that you do here, I think you'll be just fine.
100%.
Thank you, brother.
And I don't think, honestly, there's anyone that works harder than you, like, in the business, bro. Like, on this podcast, in, like, promotions, training, everything, bro. You are, like, what, you know, someone who is green should be, and it's just, like, just thirsty for knowledge, bro. So, but, yeah, man, just well done, bro.
Thank you, but thank you, guys. Thank you all, everyone who's, like, shown, like, me support. Like, it's so awesome that I've got such a good support network. Anyway, you guys can start making fun of me again, but it's getting a bit weird now. Everyone's putting me over.
Piece of shit, fuck you, and wash your gear.
But me and Torture have been doing this, like, from the start, pretty much together. He was a few months ahead of me, and, you know, like, he's always looked out for me in the ring, and he's been able to, like, get my potholes, what I'm missing, and help me out from the beginning. And I always be appreciative of that.
And potted in your hole.
Yes.
Cream pie.
Yes, please.
He's been there.
Are you wearing a suit as well?
Yeah, I am, bro. That's what I was making the announcement for, but people can't see it, which is unfortunate.
Mate. Maybe get some better internet when you come back, bro. We got to work. But you know what, man? I was thinking this week, man, and it's like, I was feeling a little bit down and a bit depressed and had a bit of anxiety this week. You know what, man? And I just want to say this to anyone out there who might be going through a bit of a hard time right now, who might be feeling, anxiety, depressed, the pressures of the world that are just going on. I want you all to remember one thing. Someone, somewhere out there is currently masturbating to a picture of you. And if that doesn't put a smile on your face, nothing will. Nothing will.
The way you just fucking worked me. I'm like, someone gives a shit about me. This is the first I'm hearing of it. And then this.
I was going to say, I've had the worst week so far. I was starting to feel really good about myself, and then I kind of feel a bit better about myself, to be honest.
And you know what?
Whoa.
There's always somewhere. There's always somewhere. I'm doing it. Jesus Christ.
Appearing at a local bowling alley near you when you hear there is Piers.
I knew there was a twist coming. Stop it. You were loaded.
And you know what, guys? There's always someone out there dumber than you. And for that, we have Mark Says What.
There you go. Perfect.
There's a segue. I was going to say, hey, Kel.
Mark says what?
Mark Says What? Thank you very much. This week we have a couple of entrants in here that we've been able to find. The first one, Akel, take us away, and you can please read this one out for the audience.
I think this is the most logical hashtag AEW Revolution card I've ever seen because they're including storyline-based booking. AEW wins again.
It was that memorable. They've done so well with it, and it's that memorable. I couldn't tell you one match on the fucking show.
Dude, you know what? AEW, and I don't mean to go back here, but we're talking about women's wrestling, bro, earlier, and women in wrestling. AEW is a company that does not know how to fucking book women. I watched one AEW show and I saw a couple of women's matches on the show, and the crowd was fucking dead for both. And both matches were fucking good. Like, they were decent matches. Like, which shows to me the promotion is not invested in them. AEW Revolution, Tony Khan, like, honestly, like, this is my message to Tony Khan. Tony, please hire me, bro. I promise I'll do cocaine with you. I'll drink White Claws with you. I'll hug. Hell, I'll even put over your fucking ideas. But, bro, like, I'll be your heavy. I'll be the guy that'll have your back that can tell people to go fuck themselves, because that's what you need. You need a Piers Austin, and I'm available. Contact me.
And you'll put over his announcements.
I'll make it a weekly fucking segment on True Story Thursdays. How big can I fucking make? Hey, come on, TK. Let's go, brother.
I'd book it.
Oh, my God.
No. Yeah.
I can't even have a say on it because I don't watch it.
Like, one thing, it's AEW have got such a stacked roster. And like you look at all the talent, it's stacked to the gills, and it's like you've got too many people. Yeah, like, you're not giving enough people you're not giving people enough time on your shows. No. Like, the thing is,
Hobbs still there?
He is, yeah. But you're looking. They're looking at like the rumors going around signing Sasha Banks. Like, it's just another person to add to your card, which means you've got so much other talent that's not going to be on the show because you're adding another superstar. Like,
you're adding another superstar, but also, like, Tony Khan is like the fucking Oprah Winfrey of professional wrestling. You get a belt. You get a belt. Like, bro, how many fucking 6-man like, bro, have Ring of Honor as a separate fucking entity. Have Ring of Honor over here. Have that as your NXT or whatever. Like, keep it the fuck away from your main product because you are oversaturated. Like, But you know what, bro? Like, and then fans tweet out dumb shit like this. Makes me want to fucking headbutt a wall.
Yeah, we can move on from AEW because, fuck it.
Okay.
Can we?
So next one. This show gets higher ratings than hashtag AEW Wrestling 2024 Micro Wrestling Full Cast Roll Call.
Do we have the video?
Mate, it's amazing. It is amazing.
Do we have the
Did you play the video? Do you have it?
Do we
Akel?
have it?
I don't have the video. Oh no, I don't. I have the screenshot. Sorry.
Like I watched the whole video and I went through and followed, and so I didn't follow everyone's Instagram from that, but I like worked everyone's Instagram from there. Like it was amazing. It was amazing.
I'm actually searching to find this person's profile so we can do it.
Like, these guys actually draw as well. It's great.
100%
Really? Fucking know.
I'd buy a ticket.
Mate, imagine what you can do with it. Like you could have like a steel fence match, like a step ladder match.
Mate, funnily enough, I remember Trauma told me. Now, Trauma's a big boy. He's strong. There's not many people in wrestling I don't think he could lift. And he had to do a bit with Mr. Big. Who
Melbourne,
and he reckons he's the heaviest little prick he's ever lifted, eh?
Really?
It's like picking a sandbag off the fucking floor, he reckons.
Jesus, this person tweets a lot of shit, bro. Like I'm going through trying to find their fucking shit. It's like every day they're tweeting like fucking 10 fucking things, and it's all fucking retarded. I mean, stupid. No, it's retarded. Yeah, like I'm not going down to find that. But yeah, like I don't know, man. I reckon the micro wrestling would be pretty cool. So
Okay.
I don't know what's the appropriate what's the appropriate name for micro, like for a little person? Is it like? Is it okay, or is it?
Maybe someone can educate us. Educate us in the comments what we're meant to call the midgets.
Jesus.
Little people.
Oh, I don't know. Educate me. I don't know what I'm doing.
Little
So-
people.
It's a midget. What do you want me to say? It's an Oompa Loompa? Like,
Big
educate
hearts, little. Oh my god. Oh,
me.
fuck.
Educate me.
Big hearts, little people.
Big hearts. Hey, man, like, no, I reckon, dude, you know what? I actually worked with a girl who was a little person like years ago. And I went to this festival. And as I'm walking in there, no joke, right? They had all these little people dressed up in like fucking, as gnomes. And then I walk past, and then I walk, and then literally I'm just walking. Then I just look up and look down, and she's just looking up at me like that. And this girl was the most foul-mouthed fucking person I have ever met in my life. And she just looked at me. She goes, "Cunt, not a fucking word on Monday," and just kept walking. That's all she said.
See, I love that though. I love it. I love when people like. It's the same thing as when you see people that crack jokes when they're like, this cost me an arm and a leg, and you see them rock out and they're missing an arm and a leg. People that can wear bad situations that happen to them, and I've always found if you can make light of yourself, no one can say shit.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
worse. So like, hats off to them all for the gnome thing. That's awesome. What am I going to say that could be offensive? Killing it.
So can you guys see that? I've got it up on my screen. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Let's see the full cast.
2024 Micro Full Cast Roll Call. As always, Little Miss.
Know me. No.
Know me.
I'm Olivia. Pinky Short Kid.
Psycho. Ben Urkel. Psycho Suave. Yeehaw.
Just go down, baby.
Carolina Reaver.
It's your boy Hot Rod. Jamaican Joe.
Hot Lana.
Oh, on the bike crew.
Jay Amazing.
Little Ozzy.
Baby Jesus.
Little X.
Little Show, the GOAT.
Zach Presley.
KOE, Michael Jackson.
La más hermosa, la little chola.
Micro Tiger. Meow. Surprise! Micro Rocker's back, baby.
20.
I feel like this is
Hectic.
Give me a ticket. I'm in. I'm
I feel
going.
like-
Tell me they're all not bigger draws.
Oh, mate. I'd pay to watch it. I'd pay in a heartbeat.
Dude,
Take my cash.
that is some crazy. Oh,
Honestly, no, I want a ticket. Someone get me there. That is amazing.
The Little Show.
Oh,
I'm the cat.
did one of the knee high?
Yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne.
God love him.
Little Aussie.
Little Aussie.
Oh,
It reminds me of this. There was this thing in when TNA first started. They did a skit where I think it was Goldilocks walked over to a garbage bin, and she looks inside, and there's Puppet, like, and there's Puppet going at it in a trash can. 2 weeks later, you have Dusty Rhodes come out and go, the marquee says wrestling, not a midget, beaten off in a trash can. By far the great.
Oh, I'm gonna find that. We can't use it. You're right, but that's fucking so good.
And Dusty did that live on television.
Oh,
midget.
Dusty, baby.
The marquee says wrestling, baby, not a midget, beaten off in a trash can.
Oh, that is fucking.
Oh, wrestling.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That would be so fucking cool, man. That is so fucking cool.
Can they tour? If they are here, I'm in their like swimwear.
100%.
So
they've got to let us. They've got to let us do a live podcast.
100%.
They've got to, bro. So, boys, last thing before we go. So today I was let me actually find this athlete's name. Sorry, real quick. But so today I was actually reading this this interesting story, and I want to tell you about it. So. A former male transgender weightlifter, Mary Gregory, has vowed to come back after being stripped of 4 world titles. Okay, because he hasn't transitioned enough to be classified as a female. His statement was, "I just need to work. I just need more work done on my snatch." She went on to say. True story. Greatest podcast in the world. Boys, before we take it home, Sarge, why don't you start us off? Tell us what you've got coming up show-wise, where people can find you out there, and then we'll go to Torture and then Akel last.
Yeah, so this Saturday, I will be at Rock and Roll Wrestling at City Diggers. Myself and Dicko will be taking on the Original Greasers for the Rock and Roll Wrestling Tag Team Championships, which will be a great match. We've got Australian Wrestling Superstars coming up on the 3rd of the 4th.
2nd of March.
2nd of the 3rd. Sorry, I got it backwards. At Mortdale RSL. There'll be more shows for them coming up at Ashfield as well, plus other gigs. EWA Wrestling coming up as well, mate. We've got a full lineup coming. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's great, man. What about you, Torture?
Right, so you can get me at Wrestling Go, I believe, next month. Date will be announced shortly. I've got a couple of squares down at that Rock and Roll Wrestling that injured a good arm of mine that I've got to sort out. And then I believe same month we'll be going back to Hunter Valley Wrestling to defend our Hunter Valley Tag Team Championships.
Nice one, brother. And Akel, I do it every week. I promise I'm not going to do it.
I'm glad you gave me the spotlight.